Hello and welcome back for my tutorials. In this tutorial I will show you how you can make backup of your files from one destination to another destination with using PowerShell in Windows. In this tutorial you can use this file after you have created it on a Windows server and on a Windows 10. It's very easy and you can use it when you boot up your machines. You don't need to think about it anymore. So let's start in. You need to open your PowerShell ISE. When you have to do this, create a new file, new script. And what we want first is we need to take the folder we want from. It should be, in my case, it's E, and I have test files here. And folder 1, and create one more. It's my folder 2. It's my destination. And now we want to build the trigger, the listened on the folder 1. If something changed in folder 1, it should do something to folder 2. So making the listener. Need to create a new object. It's a io.FileSystemWatcher. We need a folder and we need a filter. We don't use filter, so don't think about it. If you use filter, it can make a small issue with the folder structure. So don't use that in the beginning. And we want to trigger on subdirectory. It's equal to true. Now you have your listener. So yeah, so let's say we want to trigger on a crate, so we need to make a new variable on crate. We need to register an object event based on our listener. When it's created, we need to source identifier file created, and then do this action. And let's say we want to tell something trigger file created, and you can copy those. We want for a rename, a change, and a delete. So let's create this. It's for deleted, renamed, and changed. And remember to change it here too. And we need to see the trigger. So let's run this. Oh, I have a test, so it can't specify this event. So let's be sure we can clear it before we run it. So what we want is we want to say if we have a listener on this event, then unregistered, so we can register it again, you will hit this error very fast. So let's take care of this. File change, file deleted, file renamed, file created. And then for each object we need to see in a terminal what we do. And then we should be ready to move. But we have an error here. File and renamed. Yes, and then we're clearing it. And I can open my folder. You see this is the source folder and this is the destination. So let's try to say a new file, text file. You can see trigger create and change. If I rename it, it's trigger rename. If I delete it, it's trigger deleted. So now all the trigger function is working. So let's starting with the create one. So we can have this before, so it's can moving the files from the source to the destination. So first we want a path. Event. Source event full path. And then we want the name. Because we want to see what is the file name. Copy this. We don't use it in this case, but then we can make it as a debug. Print it out. Created. And what we want is we want to move it from the destination path. This is the original path, like the source one, and we want to tell it where you should move it. So we have one with the destination path, and in this case we want to replace the folder with the destination. And why I'm doing this, that's removing the name. I think this is more easy to handle. Why I'm doing it's because you need to tell the destination, so it's knowing where you move it from the source and where you should move it to the destination. So I need to replace it because I know the source path, but the only difference between the source and the destination is the folder paths. So let's do it in this way. The path is created, it's going for the destination here. Whoops, again, I'm pretty good to this. And then we need to copy item. That's what we want. We want to copy it from our path and tell it the destination. It's at this path. And then we say if you exist, then override it and don't take care. I hate this combination. Yes, let's try to run it. It's running fine. So let's creating the file again, and you can see it's creating it. If I remove it, it's not removing it. So let's going for the delete trigger. You need almost the same, so let's copy this inside, and we only need this. And the path here. This is this meaning if we have a folder with the subfolder and the files and whatever inside this folder, if you don't have this param, it will ask you every time you delete a folder in your source folder, and we don't care because we want only exactly copy of the files if a machine's dying when we're working with the files. So in this case, this is what we want. So let's running it again and going for folder 1 and 2, create a new file. It's creating it. I need to remove it, and it's not removing it. Sorry, of course, because we need to not a copy item, we need to remove item, and I only need the dist path in this case. My mistake, sorry. And we try it again. Remove it, this one, from the folder 2, and create it inside here. This should be deleted. I don't know why it's not deleted. Trigger file deleted. That's a little weird. Just a second. I'm missing an E. My mistake, sorry. It's good not to spelling very well, so let's try one more time. Should be here now. It's creating it. It's getting deleted now. Now the creating and the delete trigger is working. So let's going for the next one. Is the rename. We need to rename it. So let's just a second. I need to read my documentation on the left side. Yes, what we need is basically this one again. Copy this, put it inside, and rename. We need the old path and then new path. And the old path is yes, I have it here. Good. Old and here and the new path. What we're doing here, it's we're taking the old path. You can use old. If you need the old name, you can just say old name. Then you take the path before we want to rename it, and then the new path is the wish of the path we want. And then we have our documentation here, and ops here, delete it, and let it run. I think it's almost here now. So let's say the file. I want to rename it to hello world, and I triggered it, but it's not renaming it. So I have a I'm in the wrong place, sorry. It's early here in the weekend in Denmark. It's 9 o'clock, 9:30, so it's okay. Let's try again. I need to delete this and delete this. It's already triggered the delete. That's fine. Hello world. And it should triggering it. That's a little bit weird. Oh, I'm missing the path, sorry. And the destination, yeah, here we go. You need to say path and new name. Sorry for my mistake. I'm too fast here in the morning. Then I forgot to read my own guide. Great. Then we do it again. We delete it and trigger it. Everything is fine. Say hello world. And why it's not working? That's weird. I need to copy my own code now. Old path. Okay, this one should work. So let's do it on this way. Old path with new name, of course. Yes, sorry, I got it here. And you have the new name. I will explain when it's working. Now it's working. Yes. What it's doing, we take the old path because we need the file name. We replace the source folder to the destination folder, and then we take only the file name of the new path, the name. So we don't, if we have in a subfolder and something like that, we don't. We ignore the folder, we only take the name. And then we say in this path with this file, we need to change it for this new name, and then it's doing it. Sorry for my confusing. I hope you understand it. So let's going for the last one. It's changed when you put something inside your file. If the file's changed, or you need to say la inside the file you're interested, the new content is moving to the backup path. So let's going for this. It's unchanged, so that's starting from the beginning, so I know it. In this case we need a file. We need to say get item, and then a path, and then our path. We need to create the path. The path is the full path, and then we need a destination path like this one. This is because we need to see about it's a folder or not a folder. If it's a folder, when it's changed, we need to create the folder. If it's a file, we just need to copy it. This area is a little weird for me, so I have a little trouble with it when I'm trying to create this tutorial, and I fix it in my own way. I don't know about this is the right way, but I know this is working. And we need to see about it's a folder. If it's not a folder, we want to print it out and copy item path to this path, and then we need to copy item. We have it up here. Yes. The path is the source, and its destination path is the folder replaced with the destination path. And then we say copy this, and we just say new item, and I need the destination, and we need a oops here I need to say the name. The name is the file name. Yes, then we need the name, so it's the folder, it will call the folder backslash the file, or if it's only the folder, it's just the folder name backslash. So this is what we want. And then we say new item path destination. I need to copy this. Backslash the name, and here we go. And say item type directory. So let's test it again. What we do is I need to open this and say hello world, file changed. It's nothing. Great. It's continue. File triggered, file changed. Yes. Let's try it again. Let's ship out. This is kind of weird. I don't like this. Okay, I go back for my. So did I have a spelling error again? Let's go inside. I think we have it here. Nope. Okay. It's exactly the same. That's a little bit weird. Let's okay, that's not what I have expected. Maybe that's the problem, because my bad spelling. It's not reacting. Okay, I can't get this to work right away, but the concept is you need to trigger when you change the file to get the file inside. And I really do not understand why it's not doing it. That's a little bit weird. So I think I will stop my tutorial here, and I really hope you can use this tutorial for something. Welcome back to PowerShell. Now I have figured out what is the problem, and I can see I'm probably not so good to debug sometimes, but yeah, let's go ahead. I'll show you what the problem is. The first bug I found is inside here. See, this should be turned to -IQ, like equal. This is not allowed. It's so stupid, but yeah. And then I need to put this in the brackets so you can see it's concentrated. You can see it's try again. Now this is still fixing. And the other part I saw is this one. I used the old path, and that's wrong, because the old path we use from when we rename it and not when we change it. So yes, this is the problem when I do this. It's not always working as I want. So let's try again. I do it here, and demo. You can see it's triggered every time I click on save. That should be working if I open this. It's demo. Go ahead. And it's updating it. Everything is working well. Thank you for watching. And this is a little video fast I put after the other one. So yeah, thank you for staying and see my mistake to be fixed. Make a comment below. Like this video if you want. I hope you want to subscribe my channel to get new PowerShell videos and other tech. See you next time.